Hey there! You're listening to the Outsourcing Hub podcast, the pod that brings you anything and everything about building great teams in outsourcing. And we promise to share infinite opportunities, news, updates, and trends in the industry. Hosted by the Vice President of Sales and Marketing at Infinit-O, Mike Gunion.
Hi, I'm Mike Gunion, Vice President of Sales and Marketing with Infinit-O, and welcome back to another episode of our podcast, The Outsourcing Hub, Building Great Teams with Infinit-O. As a reminder, we've been in the business for about 16 years, which is the reason why we are here today to celebrate a little bit with our founder and chairman. Our clients, which means that we are now 16 years old. Our clients are small and medium businesses, expansion stage, venture-backed startups, and even first-time outsourcers, among others. We support businesses across multiple industries and functions from healthcare, financial services, accounting, of course, tech-based businesses, research and data, customer experience, and many, many other lines of business that we could go on for a long time about. And today, we have Richard Eldridge, our chairman and CEO of Infinit-O, joining us. Hi, Richard. It's an honor and a pleasure speaking with you today, as always. I know you have a very busy schedule, but thanks again for guesting in this special occasion podcast, our 16th anniversary podcast. How are you doing?
Hi, Mike. It's a pleasure to be here today. Very well, thank you. How are you doing?
I'm doing well, thanks. Happy to be here and looking forward to an interesting discussion, as well as the time ahead working together. So first off, I just want to say happy 16th anniversary, Infinit-O and Richard, and congratulations to you and the entire team on this major milestone. So how do you feel about it, celebrating 16 years of building great high performance teams and offering, seamless and customized outsourcing services to your clients over these many years?
Yeah, it's such an amazing time. 16 years, it's flown by very, very quickly. It's, I guess, at the same time surreal about what we've achieved, and at the same time excited about the road ahead. If I think back, I still have memories how we started. I remember the office, which was probably the size of our pantry now, and having 3 people in 3 seats, where it all started in a very small office, and now today having many people in many locations doing great work is just such an honor to be part of. And I think looking forward, obviously we've all been through interesting times in the last 2 years, and I think we all see the glass as half full. I think there's really, really interesting times for us to be able to move forward and continue delivering and getting closer to our vision. I think, I'd like to thank all the people I've had the opportunity to come across during the journey. You go on this journey and you meet such amazing people, and many of them now are life friends. And you never realize that at the start. And I think, we've had our own challenges along the way, but we've shown so much grit and determination, and that's paid off. And to be honest, it's really the team members who do most of the hard work. And it's a pleasure working with them and almost serving them and having achieved so many things together.
Yeah, I think that the idea of being open to endless opportunities for our team members as well as our clients is a great sort of package, right, to be able to offer and to be able to support. But I mean, 16 years, that's a long time, since 2005. So, what made you start the business in the first place? I don't know that I've really heard this story thoroughly.
Yeah, so my partner Manolo and myself were already in the outsourcing business. We had spun up a company a few years earlier, and we were getting great traction and working for very large clients. And it was, we saw what was going on, and we were serving them and growing that business very well. But the heart of it, I think we loved small and medium-sized business, and we saw that there was an opportunity for them to compete with the large guys. And we saw over the last maybe 5 years up until 2005 how the large businesses had all taken outsourcing. They had set up, dedicated teams within their businesses, the top kind of 1,000 corps, and the small businesses had done nothing. And we just thought, how are they going to compete in the medium to long term? How are they going to be able to survive if these big guys are getting ahead with this, what you could see as a competitive advantage? So we decided to set up Infinit-O together from scratch, fully funded on our own, to basically focus on providing endless opportunities to SMBs, allowing them to grow and prosper, and to enable them to get realize the full benefits of outsourcing by partnering with a BPO that would provide very different services to what would be required for a large company that already has a lot of these skills in-house. And I think that has led us to, over the last 16 years, very, very long-lasting partnerships with our clients. Mm-hmm. This is not a customer supplier. These are true partnerships we've established. We have a number of clients who've been working with us for 15, 12 years now, and we're continuing to do more things with them. And it's just a pleasure to be able to do that. And the road is not ended yet. We see a massive opportunity in the SMB sector, where still under, depending on which survey you look at, under 10% of small and medium-sized businesses have fully utilized outsourcing services, which could actually give them a competitive advantage in the future. And I think with the pandemic over the last few years, the fact that they've had to work remotely, a lot more people have become open to that now, and as a result, it's creating even more opportunities. But our core has not changed, I think, which is really kind of beautiful, and we've changed our path and changed the way we may be getting there. But the endless opportunities for our partners remains the same, and that is not just our clients; it's also our team members, where we've always had a passion about giving them opportunities to grow with us. In many different ways as we continue to grow as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's one of the hallmarks of the business that I've found, in having been around for a while myself, to the amount of care, respect, and attention paid to the team members. And I've seen a lot of people expand their own personal horizons and professional development along the way. I think that's a real testament to your values that you probably started with and maintain to today. And of course, as the client relationships evolve, the idea of business consultancy and optimization even of the partnership has taken place. And so I've been with you working with Infinit-O for about 4 years now. And I really enjoy that aspect of it, the business side and learning, being able to add value. And again, I see that as part of our DNA and day in and day out. So I think that's much appreciated, and it probably one of the main reasons why the company's done so well for so long. And when we think about building great, customized, high performance teams, they really are built for and dedicated to our clients. Sort of in contrast to other outsourcing firms, which maybe supply bodies or people and shared model. We're a very customized and dedicated model. How do you see things being slightly different between serving a small, medium business and a large business? You alluded to it earlier, but are there other aspects maybe in this sort of, you're looking at expansion stage companies? They're still small or medium, but they have a different path, and perhaps maybe you could expound around how we're a good match there.
Yeah, sure. So when we think about working with, most of our clients and our experience we've had, and when I speak to growth stage companies out there all the time, and like yourself, Mike, you do as well, I think they have to a certain extent, the core is the same. Yeah, they expect you to deliver reliably, on time, good quality product. It's kind of the base level, and that's where it really kind of, I think, starts to change. Imagine as an SME, you typically don't have the resources of a big company. So you're looking at, how do I scale my business in, as we all live now, very volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous times, and how can I have a partner who's going to pay attention to me, be able to pivot with me, be able to supply what I need, not just off a rack of this is my product and throw people at it. It's probably a good summary. I think if you look at what our client requirements have been, we typically start fairly small. We don't just throw bodies at it. As I mentioned, we look to map out processes. We look to then optimize those processes. We bring in technology that can enhance that further. And I'm sure we'll come back to that later. And I think there's a high level of management involvement in all of the projects. We're very selective with our clients. We want to make sure that both for us and them, they want a partnership. It's not for everyone. Because we really feel that is how you build and give great value for businesses that you mentioned are scaling. It's easy to just go out and get a freelancer to do a big piece of work for you, but a lot of these things we look at entire processes for a business, and it could be whether it's sales enablement or CX or data analytics and kind of data science, whatever it may be. It isn't just a task. It's many different tasks joined together. So to do that, you typically need to build custom teams and custom processes to allow the client to have full benefit of what can be gained by this, rather than just kind of just giving a person and kind of slotting it in and not getting it. So that's where we kind of see, I think we've designed a lot of our company around that ethos, and as a result, the recruitment, we're able to attract world-class talent from around the world, using our kind of A+ recruitment methodology, which is able to find these people and find these teams that are typically non-standard, let's say. We have really interesting engagement through our HR teams, our employee engagement teams, which are able to motivate these team members. And we'll come on to that, I'm sure, a little bit later. And I think, whether it's that or the quality or the IT or the security or any other of the support functions we have, I think we've really narrowed it down to help our clients scale efficiently, cost effectively, and in a manner that we understand their business. We understand they need flexibility as well.
And I've heard you use the term effective before, not just cost effective and efficient, but actually being toward the goal, a common goal of being effectively helping the client to reach their goals. So if it's a revenue target, you want to do that very effectively because that's important to you, maybe more so than saving some money on, to be more cost efficient. Always good to do both. I think the other thing I would comment on, as you mentioned, the A+ hiring and finding the right people, the right talent. I think a lot of the success we've had there has to do with setting the stage that we're ourselves like to think of ourselves sort of as having a startup mentality, right? We want to be the type of company that is nimble and flexible and the capability to evolve with the client. We have to be very nimble. My experience and what I've found is working with the various members at Infinit-O that is definitely a mentality that's built in at this stage of the company. Yeah.
100%, Mike. I mean, I think you worked with me for a while. We don't like bureaucracy. We don't like politics. That's left at the door. We don't handle any of that. We just like to get on and do good work. And I think that's a breath of fresh air for a lot of people, that a lot of them have joined from bigger companies where they're embroiled in doing, a lot of their time is administration or meetings for the sake of meetings. And we just get on, get a great bunch of people together, driven in the same direction, incentivized the right way, with the support they need, and amazing things can happen.
Yeah, that's that's well said, Richard. A couple more things just to comment on, how far and wide the reach is of Infinit-O. So we're serving a global base. Maybe you could comment around that. Was that a strategy from the beginning, or was it just something that just evolved along the path?
Yeah, so I would say, the way we have grown directionally has been from a plan, but we've had opportunities in areas and areas of the world and sectors of industry that we've never thought we would ever have them before, and we evaluate each of those as they come along. But I do think we remain quite focused in terms of what we want to do, and I think that's often the hardest thing we have to overcome, is what we should not be doing. I think what we've been able to do is service clients from around the world very, very well. Today we have clients. We do have the majority of our clients in North America, but we have clients now spanning Europe, Asia, and Australia as well. And across them, we've been able to, again, I think, find the common link, which is typically, rapidly growing small, medium-sized companies that need to scale, not just cost efficiently, but need a customized solution to help them do that. And I think it's quite similar, the things they need and the support they need wherever they could be geography-wise in the world. So so that's kind of where we are around the world.
Yeah, a lot of diversity, both in geography and industry and function, as well as the status of the company themselves, where they are in their scaling process and scaling evolution. So maybe, Richard, going back in time and talking about a few of Infinit-O's milestones, or some meaningful memories that you might have that you'd like to share.
Wow, so many. I don't think we have time for all of them on this podcast, but if I was to look at it, and I'll kind of, I think starting was just such an incredible thing. As I mentioned before, 3 people in a very, very small room, huddled around 3 desks, and now today we are, across multiple countries, people serving our clients wherever they may be. I think, one of the more recent things that I think we have done amazingly well is serve 100% of our people through this pandemic and this COVID issue. We did not miss a beat. Obviously, a lot of the pre-work had been done. We've been moving things to the cloud for the last 5 years, but the dedication of the team and how we were able to come together, like so many other companies in the world, but be able to continue serving clients is just such a big, I think, such a big accomplishment for all of us. I look back with so many fond memories of so many things, both the good and the bad times. Way back with the 2008 financial crisis, we lost our biggest client due to that, and that was really, really hard times. It was the first time we were having to try and manage people that suddenly one day did not have a client to serve, but we worked with them, and we bounced back so strongly from that, having faith in the business, and we could have easily given up at that. So I think grit and determination during that period was just amazing.
Mm-hmm.
I look today at and I look at some core metrics we have in our business, which I think we've always tracked, and I think the way that we look at them is not just absolute, but the relative improvement every year. And if I was to look at like Net Promoter Score, which today is 75, way higher than industry benchmarks of around 60, combined with clients having worked with us for over 10 years, it's just a pleasure to see, and to see how the relationships, not just with myself, but yourself, Mike, and the team have developed, and how engaged we are together. I think in parallel to that, we're a people business, and to have, employee engagement scores of 79, which is where we are right now, leading to only 50% of industry standard attrition rates. it
Mhm.
just shows that, and I'm very proud of what the team do every day to do this. And we must, we still have challenges, but they are just doing so many things right. And I think we've set on a path to consistent growth, and we've kind of hit that regularly, and I think that's really important. I think one of the other things I always like to highlight, and I'm very proud of, is we established a foundation to help underprivileged children with their education. Something that I think me, Manolo, and the executive team are very passionate around. It's about starting to give back and make sure it's not just about continuing to grow our clients and our team members, but more society more generally.
Yeah, and I mean, you've just accomplished so much, and you've mentioned a couple of the very, very difficult times, and yet still managed to grow. I think the industry's growing in general about 6% per year, and you've been keeping it moving at about 25% or so, which has really been amazing. Nice convergence of a lot of things happening the right way, right? And but enough about the old times. Now let's talk just a
That's
little
me and
bit
you,
about
mate. Old times, yeah.
a little bit about the forward looking, right? So, we have an ambitious path over the next 5 years, ambitious goals, and very interesting work ahead as we continue to evolve as a company. So maybe just talk a little bit about what you're thinking about are the most important accomplishments that you're looking to have achieved as you look forward in the next maybe 5 years. I know focusing a lot on technology, for example, automation, et cetera. If you would.
Sure. Yeah. I mean, I think we've got really exciting opportunities ahead of us. I think we've got an amazing executive team, amazing team members, and are in a sweet spot right now with both small and medium-sized businesses, as I mentioned earlier, that have a long way to go to actually realize the full opportunities of outsourcing, as well as a lot of these digital transformation that's now happening and accelerating because of what happened during COVID in the last kind of 1 to 2 years. So when I look at it, what I'm excited about, so many things that we have an opportunity to realize ourselves. I think if I was to look at it, I think I kind of break it into two different areas. I think, the core business is just great and continue to growing. So kind of the key metrics I look at there are how we're able to continue to delight our clients. Yeah, keeping our exceptional value and keeping our NPS high. Likewise for our team members, making sure that we keep our team members delighted with whatever we need to do, give them the opportunities to grow, make sure we have high engagement across everything we do. And I think that's kind of runs through our DNA. And with that, we'll have consistent growth. And I think we'll be double the size that we are today in a very short period of time. I think, when we look to the, infinite opportunities ourselves, we really see the road ahead a lot more in technology, and how technology, as you mentioned, is playing more and more into what we do. I think we've always been IT enabled, and that was always kind of the tagline of outsourcing maybe 10 years ago. And I really feel now we are IT and data driven as a business. We started this digital transformation journey ourselves, a few years ago, and we're way on that journey now. And I think a lot of our clients are looking for us to help them now with this same journey, as well as many, many other clients out there that are kind of starting the journey. So I think with that, we've got an amazing opportunity to bring a lot of technology as well as process optimization to our clients. Some of it we've developed in-house from requirements we've seen, and we've got a great some great, for example, automation software that we now deploy across our clients. We have great reporting that we built out, being able to connect various different data sources, which a lot of small businesses have challenges with putting them together in a data lake, and then being able to display and prepare it either for analytics or more kind of data science in the future, and how AI will take over and start running these models, which we've started to use internally. So I'm very excited about the what we're going to be able to achieve from technology-driven solutions for our clients moving forward. And I think the other part is around sustainability. We put some lofty goals about us being part of a bigger cause and the future of, I think, the globe, and making sure we're doing the right things, not just for ourselves, but our team members and society more generally. And we're on that path. So I think you'll see exciting moves from us. And you know who I am, Mike. I'm not just someone who wants to write a report and stick it on the website. We will actually do this. I think we're getting really good feedback already from our team members about how they see it and how we see it customized for us in Infinit-O. And then the final part, I think, is we set up a kind of a venture builder, an incubation lab, just over a year ago, to start churning out new ideas, new solutions, new products onto the market. Again, focused around allowing SMBs to thrive in the world. And I think we'll start seeing some more of those coming to fruition in the next few years, and I think making a part of our ecosystem come together. So those are kind of my big things that I kind of look forward to, as you said, as we move forward. Really exciting.
It's a very, very exciting time, and I'm really enjoying the experience of working on the new product introductions process with the team, and starting to bring some of those ideas from idea to market to value. And I think we're seeing that across the board within our client base. So I'm really excited about what's ahead for Infinit-O, and how much the company will grow and help more companies, especially those expanding and growing SMBs from all different industries, as we continue to create those customized services that will fit their unique business needs, and probably unique business needs in that we don't even know what they might be down the road, right? There's going to be a lot of new things coming up that we'll adapt to as well. So thank you again, Richard, for allowing us to reminisce about with you and Infinit-O, and giving us some insights into where Infinit-O will be heading in the next few years. So thank you very much, Richard. Appreciate that. And to our listeners, thank you again for tuning into this episode. Remember to reach out to us on the website, Infinit-O.com, or via email at info@infinito.com.
And that has been the Outsourcing Hub podcast, building great teams with Mike Gunion. Thank you for tuning in. And always remember, start small, exceed expectations, think infinitely, think Infinit-O. To learn more about us, make sure to visit our website at www.infinit-o.com or email us at info@infinit-o.com. Until next time.